We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
No. Check 99. Check 99. Check 9. Check 9. Tiger Hornet.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette.
On any explosive run. You can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. You talk about this Washington defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Check. He's crossing. He's checking crash.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. The Eagles hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners at 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Take the edge.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Allen, the man in motion left. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Watkins. Room here to run. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Watkins. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. On 1st and 10, Brissett. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
40 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And, oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. In motion, right, one of the tight ends. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On first down, it's Watkins. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Second down and 3.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Undercut. Shoot. Hatchet.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watkins, and here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll buy some time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Montez Sweat in good form there as he sacks another quarterback. And he's in good form in 2022 as well. Put up 8 sacks coming off of an injury-shortened campaign the year prior.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Up the middle they go. Watkins. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. In motion right comes Allen. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Brissett. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now it's the backup Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Stevenson is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's 2nd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. He'll get this to Nwangu. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kene Nwangu in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now they send a running back in motion right. Hurts will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. A first down throw for Brissett. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll throw now on the final play. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Here's Brissett. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run with Gibson. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. First down, Brissett. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing, Brissett. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to air one out. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there, waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll try the middle with Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's Tannehill. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. Touchdown! Quez Watkins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Brissett to throw on first. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Final minute now of the third quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Brissett on first down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Brissett. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watkins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Emmanuel Forbes up from the secondary to make the tackle. This is 2nd and 8. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, check 24. Yeah. Hey, let 3. Warriors, 17. Watch the shit.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Cook up the gut. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there at 22. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Leonard Fournette, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
Switch. Check 13. Check 13. Check it back.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Brissett now. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill. Hey, hey, hey. Kill, 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 kill. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Turn it up, turn it up.
Throwing now, Tannehill. Out to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been
touchdown, Eagles! Equanimous St. Brown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Brissett's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Brissett. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. To throw is Brissett. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
2nd and 10. Brissett again. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Eagles, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0, and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.